I found a list of rules for my new job. I broke rule number 4. It's outside. I can hear it dragging something heavy across the floor. I probably have 2 minutes before it smells the fear on me. So now I'm recording this in case anyone else ever finds those rules. Maybe you won't make the same mistake I did. 3 weeks ago I was desperate. I'd lost my job at the factory, rent was 2 months overdue, and my landlord made it very clear that 1 more week was not an option. So I was scrolling through Craigslist at 3 a.m. looking for anything when I saw the ad. Night security guard needed. Private warehouse. $500 a night. Immediate start. $500 a night. I didn't care if I had to guard nuclear waste, I clicked instantly. The owner met me the next evening. He never gave me his name. He was shaking slightly, wearing sunglasses even though it was night. He handed me a ring of heavy keys and pointed to a small booth at the center of the enormous warehouse. The job is simple, he said. Sit in the booth, watch the monitors, do a perimeter check every hour, but... He paused. Something in his expression shifted, like fear tightening his skin. There is a list of instructions on the desk. Follow them exactly. To the letter. If you value your life and your sanity, do not deviate. He didn't wait for me to respond. He practically sprinted back to his car and sped off. I assumed it was just an eccentric boss trying to scare the newbie. So I went into the booth, sat down, cracked open a soda, and found the paper on the desk. Shaky handwriting. Read. Rule 1. The shift starts at 11 p.m. and ends at 6 a.m. Do not leave the booth between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., no matter what you hear. Rule 2. There is a mannequin in Section B wearing a yellow raincoat. If it moves closer to the booth, turn off all lights and count to 10. It doesn't like being seen while moving. Rule 3. The phone in the booth is disconnected. If it rings, do not answer. If it rings more than 3 times, pick it up and hang up immediately without speaking. Rule 4. Never look directly at the ventilation grate on the ceiling. They like to watch. If you look back, they take it as an invitation. Rule 5. If you see a tall man asking to be let in, check his eyes. If he has no pupils, say, "The shipment has been delayed." Then lock the door. I tossed the paper aside, laughing under my breath. Mannequins? Alice men? Please. I watched the monitors. All calm. Dust and crates. Silence. For the first few hours, nothing happened. Then the phone rang. My stomach dropped. Rule 3. The phone is disconnected. I stared at the severed cord dangling from the wall. It rang again. Then a third time. My hand shook as I grabbed the receiver and slammed it down. The moment the ringing stopped, suffocating silence filled the booth. Trying to distract myself, I looked at the monitors. Camera 2, Section B. There it was. The mannequin in the yellow raincoat. Standing still, facing the corner. I blinked. It was gone. I flipped to camera 3 and nearly screamed. The mannequin was now standing just inches from the camera lens, its head tilted, staring directly into the monitor as if it knew exactly where I was watching from. Rule 2. I turned off the lights instantly. Darkness swallowed the booth. I started counting. 1, 2. Soft, plastic footsteps echoed outside. 3, 4, 5. A sharp tap hit the glass of the booth. 6, 7. A slow exhale brushed the booth wall. 9, 10. When I turned the lights back on, the mannequin was back in Section B, perfectly still, as if nothing had happened. I didn't move for the rest of the night. I should have quit. But the money kept me coming back. Night 2 was quiet. It was 2:55 a.m. I was nodding off in the chair, half asleep. I stretched, leaning my head back. And forgot. I forgot Rule 4. I looked up. The ventilation grate on the ceiling was slightly bent open. Inside, 2 pale hands gripped the metal bars, and between them, a face. Upside down, gray skin, eyes too wide. A smile stretched far beyond what a human face should be able to do, torn at the corners. We made eye contact. The smile widened. Then it whispered, "You invited me." The grate tore open. A long, jointed arm unfolded from the darkness above, impossibly thin, moving like an insect. I stumbled backward, knocking over the chair. The booth lights flickered violently. I tried the door. It was locked. Rule 1. Do not leave the booth between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. It was 2:58 a.m. 2 minutes until I was allowed to run. 2 minutes with this thing crawling out of the ceiling toward me. I made a decision. A stupid one. I kicked the door open and sprinted into the warehouse. The thing dropped from the vent behind me, a wet, heavy thud. Then the sound of limbs scuttling on concrete. I ran toward the exit. but I skidded to a stop. Standing in front of the exit door was the mannequin in the yellow raincoat. Except now it wasn't plastic. Its chest rose and fell. Its fingers twitched. Its neck pulsed with veins. It turned its head toward me slowly. I was trapped between the ceiling creature behind me and the mannequin blocking the door. Then I remembered something handwritten on the back of the rules paper, something I'd ignored. Rule 6. If you break a rule, you become part of the warehouse. Unless you can offer a trade. A trade. I searched my pockets. A photo of my daughter. The creature's breath was right behind me. I threw the photo toward the mannequin and screamed, "Take it!" Everything stopped. The mannequin caught the photo delicately. It stared at it for a long moment. Then nodded. The door clicked unlocked. I bolted outside and didn't stop running until I reached the main road. I quit, obviously. I moved cities. Found a normal job. Tried to forget everything. But yesterday I came home and found something on my kitchen table. The photo of my daughter. The same one I traded. But now, in the background behind her, stood the mannequin in the yellow raincoat. On the back someone had written a new rule. Rule 7. A trade is only temporary. We are coming to collect the debt. If you ever see a job listing for a night shift that pays too well, keep scrolling.